It's been a while since I've been on. I know that in my last video I said that I was going to discuss how to create a budget, what a budget was going to allow us to do, and I was going to teach you and show you. It's very simple, guys. It's nothing that's scientific in any way, shape, or form. A budget is going to allow us to visualize where our money's going, okay? Whatever money you have as an income, you're going to be able to allocate it. And that's the whole point. We'll be using this as an allocator of what we want and what we want our future money, our future income to do as well. So let's get started. All right. So what exactly is a budget? And I'll give you this definition right here. A budget is simply an estimate of income and expenditure for a set period of time. When we do our budgets, what we want to do is we want to focus on doing a monthly budget. Stick to the monthly. Quarterly is too long. It could work as well, but you would have to have better discipline to tally up all your quarterly expenses. Stick to monthly. What we're going to do is that we are going to see how much money we bring into our household, okay, versus how much money we are spending. And when we get our budgets and allocate it, we're going to be able to see what we're overspending on each month. And the ultimate goal here is to simply identify what expenses we can either reduce or eliminate. We are not using our budget to tell us how much net worth we have. We simply want to know and be able to visualize and pinpoint what spend can be cut, can be trimmed, can be eliminated, and can be used to then either later pay down debts or invest. This is not the funnest of topics, I understand. This is boring, but boring gives you the ability to then do fun things. It's like I told you guys, take it as a game, okay? Use your budget as a way of looking at how much money you can keep on your side versus spending, okay? The cool thing about that is that if you start visualizing what you want for later on down the road, it's going to help you reach your goals. And that's another thing that you should do. You should set goals. Let's say that you don't have an emergency fund, or you just have $50 in your savings account in case of an emergency. And the most of the time, whenever you do run into an emergency, you rush to your credit card. Okay? You don't want to do that. What you want to do is, instead of having $50 in the bank, you want to have $1,000 in the bank. So that is something that is a short-term goal that you could easily get to. It's going to take maybe a few months. If you're deep into debt, your goal should be to pay off your credit card debt as fast as possible. Okay? That's what I did, and that's what a lot of the finance gurus recommend as well. I am going to show you simply a simple budget that I have here, and it's nothing out of this world. I'm telling you, folks, it's nothing. It's not scientific. It's not sophisticated. So here we have the budget that I was talking about, and as you can see, it's separated into 3 months, and we went back 2 months, and assuming that we decided to make changes in the month of September. So in August, I said, I've had it. I'm canceling everything. And that's why you see that there are things that are blank. But the whole point here is that you are showing how much income you're bringing in. Okay? In this case, this is the income. And then you're showing all the expenses that you have. You want to be able to see your expenses. In your case, hey, obvious, your income might be different. Obvious that your expenses will be different, but you want to lay that out so that you could see, where is my money going? Okay, so let's say that you are a party hardy person and you have $450 in entertainment in the month of August. So that means that you are negative. So that means you are living way above your means, right? You don't want that. You don't want to be negative. Some people even live crazier than this. But for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna say that this is living above your means. What we're looking at here is that we are spending more than what we're bringing in, and we want to change that. So in the month of August, we probably realized, you know what, I spent too much on entertainment last time. You saw your credit card bill and it shot up. And you decided, hey, I'm gonna cut it out with the entertainment, and I'm gonna bring it lower to 150. That was something that you did without doing the budget. So now you're looking at it and you're saying, wow, it did help that I was able to cut back on that. And then you have other slight fluctuations that happened here as well. The whole point is, guys, you want to look at this to be able to say later, where could I make changes? And that's what we did here in September. For September, we started out where we decided in August, we're cutting everything. All subscriptions are out. I don't want to be part of this stuff anymore. Boom, boom, boom. Set it loose. We freed up some money. You started baking to make some extra cash. So you're making $500 off of the baking for the month. And you decided to bring that expense down, so it went where you're receiving now $1,000. This obviously would be a good scenario to have. Perhaps you don't have that, but the whole point, let's say that you don't have this ability to bake. Okay. It doesn't happen. You were still able to cut out a bunch of these expenses here, bring some things down, and that way you were able to save more money. The whole point here was to try and bring that money more on your side so that then you would be able to tackle on these things that are keeping you from being able to make more money, which is paying off these credit cards. So right now, what you would do is try to pay off these credit cards as soon as possible. And the first credit card you would want to tackle is credit card B, because it is the lowest amount. It's going to take you a few months to do that. If we just go strictly by multiplication, it should be anywhere between 4 and 5 months. So at the end, in 4 or 5 months, you're going to be able to then tackle credit card A and then bring that one down. And that one should take about 8 months. So notice how this is going to take to bring this down. If you only have this income, if you don't get a salary raise or any of that, you're going to be taking about a year and a half to pay that off. Okay. This takes time. This takes discipline. If you start looking for side hustles, then you'll be able to do it faster. Try to find side hustles where you don't spend. And that way, it's mostly about spending your time to be able to do it. If you can't do it with the side hustles, I would say don't sweat it. Just stay the course and keep chipping away at the credit cards until you kill it. There's people that spend 3 years, 5 years paying off credit cards. But the whole point is for you to get out of debt as soon as possible. Once you have that ability to get out of debt, you start building your emergency fund. If you want to fund something into your emergency fund, just split it out where you say, okay, you know what? Because I want to start an emergency fund, I'm just going to put $22.50 into the emergency fund. And the $600 I'll use to pay the credit cards below. And that's simply how you start chipping away at it. that's how you start doing it. It takes time. This is a low, slow, boring type of way. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is simply time is on your side. If time is not on your side because you're older, and you're in debt, then, unfortunately, there's not much that could be done. You have to hope for a miracle, really. I can't give you sell your house, maybe. You sell stuff in order to get rid of your debt if you have a house, But in the end, this is more for the younger crowd. Don't make the mistakes that people made, which is carrying debt for their entire lives. And use the budget. It's a very simple process, a little tedious at first, but it's like I always say, take it as a game. What's the purpose of the game? The purpose of the game is to have this income. You know that you have these expenses here. You just want to keep as much of your income as you can. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here either. You want to look something more like this. And then start building your emergency fund. But that's it, folks. That's what a budget is. So I hope that this taught you like what a budget looks like and how you can use it. You know that people that make $150,000 are still broke. People that make $400,000 are sometimes broke as well. People don't know how to manage their money. And the whole point of this is for you to learn how to manage your money. Because the more money that you make, the more money you spend. That's the tendency of the humans. Because when we feel that we are earning more, we feel that we can buy more. The more you have, the more you want. This that I just showed you right now, this budget, it's gonna be like oh wow, now I can see the matrix type of thing. Where the hell my money's going? And that's exactly what you want. So that's it for now. I'll see you next time on the other video that I'm planning on doing. We're going to talk about more, do a little bit more diving into what's happening in the current events with budgets and young people today, because that's very concerning. A lot of folks, they're having trouble just living life because things have gotten very expensive. So we'll look into that. But I hope that this is able to help you out somewhat. There's a lot of other people that have good information out there too. I would say listen to them as well. And remember, like what I said before, take things with a grain of salt. You don't have to follow everything to the T. Take what you think and considers is going to help you and use that. And if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.